matchups of the game?
Well, right now, I mean, Derek had some tightness, so we went ahead and got him out. Was no need to go any further. So, Rua, right ankle sprain, didn't feel that could go any further with him, and Chew back spasms, same. So, we'll reeval tomorrow and see where we're at.
Hey, Jeff, what was the conversation like with Derek? Was he just like, I'm tight, I can't go? Or were you like, hey, we're not risking it, go get it taken care of?
More the latter, I mean, we're gonna take care of these guys and, look at it for the long haul, but, didn't feel that the risk was necessary.
So was this a precautionary thing, or do you think there's something more substance there?
Right now, Jeff, I mean, it's the word I'm getting is, tightness in the shoulder. Obviously going to reevaluate it and see where we're at tomorrow, and, I'm sure we'll have more news for you tomorrow.
Jeff, just on the timing a little bit, it seemed like Bass had started to warm up even before Holland came off the mound in the first inning. Had you guys gotten him up before the end of the inning?
Well, as we were, we looked at the velocity, and the velocity was below 90 and not typical of where Derek is normally at. So, we felt like that, the need to get out in front of it.
But he had, I guess he said that he had done it on his last warm-up pitch. You guys were not
No, we weren't aware of that, and I mean, it's just the observation of Mike and myself, and and then the long conversation of the three players on the mound. So, when you pay attention and you watch and you see and you look at all your indicators, and so that's why we went ahead and got Bass going.
It seemed like with Ryan Rua that at one point they checked on him on the base pass. The trainer went out there, and then a couple innings later you pulled him out. Was there some gray area as far as whether he could go or not?
Well, we always communicate with the player also, and we saw him running down the line. I mean, we've got eyes on these guys the whole time. TR, it's we watch them, we pay attention to them, and we watched Ryan run down the line and out on the bases, and just the facial expression, the body language told us that there was something going on. So sent the trainer out to talk to him. He felt that he was good to go, and then, if you remember, there was a ball hit down the corner, and we watched him run after the ball. It wasn't his normal gait going after the ball. So, when he came back in off the field and taped it up, and even after we taped it, it didn't feel good to him. So. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
With Chew, is this something that happened today, or is this something he's been dealing with for a while?
No, right after the first, the trainer came to me and told me that he had some back spasms going on. Didn't feel like that he was going to be able to go any further, so we went ahead and made the decision to take him out.
Jeff, knowing that you reevaluate everything tomorrow, right now you're looking at having three outfielders, depending on what you do tomorrow with a reevaluation. Do you have to consider the possibility that even if both these guys are 1 or 2 day type things, of getting somebody here because of how thin it makes you?
Well, it obviously makes us thin, but I mean, Chew with the back spasms. I mean, that's I foresee that that one's probably the lesser of the two outfielders, and he progressively got better with treatment through the game. So, again, I mean, we've got some time now. We can continue to evaluate both guys, and so.
Anything else, Jeff?
So, if there was good from today, it was probably Anthony Bass. Your thoughts on his performance?
Yeah, I'm surprised that's the first question on Anthony Bass. I mean, to come in and fire 5 strong innings for us, and I mean, all these guys show up every day with the intent of playing, but you're always mentally prepared and physically prepared, but to put into action in the second inning of a game, I mean, that's and for him to step up and do what he did and utilize all pitches and throw strikes and be efficient and against this ball club to give us an opportunity. I mean, this is today's game with, I mean, giving up 4 2-out RBI. I mean, I felt like we were still in the game all the way through. I mean, that was, I mean, the idea of bringing, the 3 horses that we brought in, and Mendez and Tollison and Neffy there to give us an opportunity at any given time. And so, but, Anthony Bass did a tremendous job for us and, gave us exactly what we needed.
All right. I mean, the offense kind of hasn't shown up in 3 of the past 5 games there. I mean, what kind of concern is it, especially if HOU and Rua might be out for a little bit?
Well, we had one game in Oakland that the bats broke out. Another game that, we won a ball game against a tough pitcher, and, ran into 2 pitchers in Oakland that are really good pitchers. I mean, they held us in check. They're going to hold a lot of teams in check. And today, I mean, McHugh threw the ball very well today as well. He threw the ball in, he threw the ball out. He had the fastball up in play. He had his off-speed in play. So to answer the question as far as, am I concerned about our offense? I'm not concerned about our offense in Game 4. I mean, we got a long ways to go, and I don't foresee HOU being out for an extended period of time. We got to reevaluate Rua. We've got a lot of players in this lineup that are quite capable of being offensive players.
Defensively, what are you seeing out of Prince at first base?
I mean, I see a player that plays first base. I mean, there's, not a tough play.
Or do you see him as your best option at first base?
Do I see him as he's our first baseman? I mean, that's the play to his right today. I mean, not a overly difficult play, but wasn't a true hop either in any sense of the word. So. He made other plays today as well.
Jeff, you a couple of games in Oakland, I think you felt like the offense, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I think you felt like you might have chased out of the zone a little bit. Did you feel like you were seeing that again today, or was McHugh doing something differently with you guys?
Well, I think he throttled us more than what we had seen, and I believe, we had 16 outs on the pool side today, so I felt like that our guys had a good plan, but how many line drive outs did we have today too? I mean, I believe there were 3 or 4 line drive outs, and some barreled balls. They weren't necessarily barreled into the outfield today, but I mean they were barreled. Some well hit ground balls. I mean that I don't feel like that our offense is really that far away. I mean we're still taking good passes at the ball. I mean we did chase some down today. We chased a couple up fastballs early, but I felt like we settled in and battled. We just again we we didn't get base runners and drive in runs when we needed to. Tip your hat to a ball club that got 4 2-out RBIs, and those are killers.
Couple more.
Jeff, what fielding percentage number do you think you guys need to hit to be considered a good defensive club?
I think we need to be an extremely good routine defensive ball club. I'm not going to put a number. I mean, when you look at defensive metrics, I mean, it's about inducing. When you talk about defense on the ground, you got to be able to induce ground balls from the pitching staff. Create more opportunities for yourself, and then make the routine plays. That's the number that we need to hit.